Hello everybody, it's your boy JKE Korea Lifestyle, and today's video is about interview questions through the Embassy Track 2024. So I'm here to tell you guys the questions that were being asked and what I replied, or the answers that I responded to the interviewers. So in the interviewers we had two Koreans, and then we had a man from Portugal who came along to interview me during the GKS interview. So I am a GKS 2024 awardee, and I'm here to share with you guys the questions and answers that I went through the process. So please guys, if you're a new subscriber, I would love you all to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I noticed that some of the people watching my YouTube channel have not subscribed. So if you're new, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will be expecting more information about scholarships and opportunities in South Korea. So please guys, it's not going to take your time. Please subscribe. I'll be dropping down the interview questions on my description below, so if you don't get what I said, you can go to the interview questions and practice on your own and prepare for the next interview next year for your master's program. So guys, let's watch to the end of the video. So guys, I have the questions. I'll be sharing with you guys the questions and what to expect during the interview. All right, so when I got into I received an email saying that I passed the first round, and they called me for an interview to the embassy. So I went to the embassy. I was a bit nervous, I was a little bit nervous, but it wasn't so bad. So as I got into the interview room, they told me, "How are you feeling? How are you doing? Are you nervous?" I was like smiling and said, "Wow, I'm not. I'm a little bit nervous." They said, "Relax, don't be nervous, okay?" I said, "Okay," and I also spoke with them. They spoke with me in English. Okay, some interviewers will speak to you in English depending on where you're from, the country you're from. So in my country, Mozambique, they didn't ask me if I'm comfortable to speak Korean or anything. They just interviewed me in English, and it was so comfortable, and it was so convenient for me during the interview. So back to the question. So what was the first question they asked me during the interview? So basically they asked me why South Korea. Is so common. They will always ask you why you choose South Korea. But some people, based on what I see, people say K-pop, K culture, that's why they choose South Korea. But guess what I answered? I told them I chose South Korea because of its high standard of education. They have one of the best education in the world. And I also chose South Korea because it's also related to my field of interest in technology, as South Korea is more advanced in technology. Because previously I was working in an IT company, and I needed to get more skills in technology. So I chose South Korea because of its high technology. So the tip over here is that if you have a major, try to link your major to South Korea. Okay, that's a tip in answering that question, because some questions can be tricky and the interviewers will consider some points, major key points in that question. So the next question they asked me is that can you manage to live with someone in the same dorm, like in the same room? And if you have a conflict with your roommate, how do you handle those situation of things? All right guys, so it was a tricky question. Like example, you have an issue with your roommate. They want to know how you handle the situation with your roommate. How do you settle the situation with your roommate? Okay, so I told them that if you have an issue with my roommate, I will make out time that we sit down and discuss and then resolve the issue, and there will not be problems along the line. So just make it brief and simple, you know and the third question they asked me is uh why did you choose your majors in in those three universities? Because embassy track, you have three majors in three different universities, right? So they asked you why this major, what was the reason why you choose that major. So I answered them. I told them I chose this major because I want to get the skills at this university. This university offers the best in engineering department, and they are also good in technology. So I chose this university because of that reason. And also the tip about choosing a major for the three universities, you have to choose majors that are related in the field of your area. Like example, my field is technology, so you gotta choose a major that is related to, you have to choose a field related to those majors in technology. Okay, so don't choose something different. Like example, you choose psychology when you are going for a technology field. It doesn't make sense. You have to choose something related to technology or something related to medical field. So the fourth question on the list is, how are you willing to learn Korean language? Okay, how how do you intend to learn the Korean language? So I told them that I also would intend to learn the Korean language by going to YouTube, practicing the Korean languages on my own, and sometimes going to classes as well to also learn more and study hard. That's the way I'm going to learn the Korean language. So you also have to tell them that you're willing to work on your own, not just rely on the school. You can also tell them that I can stay at home, watch YouTube to learn more Koreans, to treat to improve myself in the Korean skills as well. They want to know how you be able to adjust and learn the language. So number five question is, um, how will you be able to cope with the food? It's very tricky. It's very, very tricky because they ask you, can you able to cope with Korean food? Not everybody comes to Korea and be able to cope with the Korean food. So I told them that I studied in Philippines because I did my bachelor's degree in Philippines for 4 years in an Asian country. So I feel that studying in another country for my master's will not be a problem because I can easily adapt with the food and everything in the country, the culture and everything. So I had to tell them this. So I told them this. I explained to them that it's easy for me to adapt with the food since I've been studying abroad for my bachelor's degree. I also studied in a foreign country. Or you can tell them that it's easy for you to adapt. You can easily adapt to new things, new environment. You know. Now the sixth question is that, how do you connect South Korea with your country? Very, very important, guys. Note this. They will ask you this. They ask you, how do you connect South Korea to your country? You know. So I told them that the way I can connect South Korea to my country, home country, is basically go to South Korea, get the skills and knowledge needed, and come back to my home country to be able to practice those skills and knowledge that I got in South Korea, to be able to also influence my influence the Korean culture in my country, Mozambique, and to also make people to also come to South Korea as well to get and also learn the same skills and knowledge that I've acquired, so they have an interrelationship together. So that basically, example, you said you go to a foreign country, you get some skills, you come back, the people in your country will ask you, how did you, wow, I would love to learn the skills you learned. Then you tell them, I got the skills from South Korea. You see, so now you are trying to build a relationship with South Korea and your home country. So now people would want to go to South Korea, they want to have a good relationship with South Korea, they want to be exchange ideas, learn different cultures, go to a country, learn a culture, come back to the country, and impact the South Korea lifestyle in the country, or taking a Mozambican culture, go to a foreign South Korea as well, and also try to have a type of influence in the culture. So I explained this to them. I told them that I would learn some skills in South Korea, practice, have some experience, and come back to my home country and also practice those skills and knowledge I learned in South Korea, bring in the South Korea culture lifestyle in my country, so that people would also know South Korea. It will be known in my country that South Korea is good in this area, is good in this field, and now we are going to have a good connection between South Korea and Mozambique. So guys, always bring back, if they said relationship, interrelationship between South Korea and your home country, always try to bring it back to your home country. Don't always focus on South Korea. Don't always say that I'll go to South Korea, I'm gonna stay there, I'm gonna work there, I'm gonna live there. No, just try to bring it in a way that it's gonna reflect back to your country. Example, you're working in your country and you go to do your masters in a foreign country. Just tell them that you're going to study the skills and come back and practice, then get those skills and go back to your work or to your company back home to improve the company you're working in or the hospital, wherever you're working at, for the better of the government. So something like that, guys. So please don't forget this tip. So I think the last one is, can you uh live without your parents for a long time? So they want to see if you can able to cope alone, living alone outside the country for a long time. So just tell them that, basically just tell them a lifestyle that you've been before, that you live out of the country without your parents for a long time, that you can, it's easy for you to adapt and get used to the environment, that you don't feel so bad leaving your parents to go to South Korea all alone. So just try to tell them that you can easily adapt with the environment and everything, guys. So I believe that is all the questions that they asked me during the interview. And before I left, I also had to tell them I had to speak a little bit of Korean. Like, I was, that time I didn't know how to say kamsamida. Like, kamsamida means thank you. So I was saying the wrong way. The interviewer, which is the Korean, told me it's not how you say like this way. So they were like, oh wow. So I was willing to, like, they were happy to see me trying to speak their language. So just try to say a little word at the end, like thank you or something like that, before you go during the interview. So I hope these questions will help you guys. So please, if you're new and if you're a new subscriber and you got this video beneficial to you, I would like you guys to please subscribe to my channel. If you want more questions, if you want to ask me questions privately, please guys, you can chat me up on my Instagram, follow me on my Instagram page, or you can comment down on the comment section. I'm gonna reply your message, and catch you guys in the next video. In the next video, I'm gonna be guiding you guys through the process of how to apply for the scholarship, like what documents you have to get. So I'll be telling you guys the documents you have to get for the next video. So please guys, catch you guys in the other video. Bye.